You're sitting on the couch watching television, scrolling through your phone, or maybe eating something your dog desperately believes belongs to him. And then you feel it. That stare. You look over, and there he is, sitting completely still, eyes locked directly onto yours. No barking, no whining, just watching you. For a moment, it almost feels like he's trying to read your mind. But here's the strange part. Your dog isn't simply staring because he wants your attention. Sometimes he is. Sometimes he wants food. Sometimes he wants to go outside. But when your dog looks deeply into your eyes, something much more ancient and much more powerful can be happening inside both of your brains. That gaze can trigger one of the most unusual emotional connections between two different species on Earth. And once you understand what is happening behind those eyes, you may never look at your dog's stare the same way again. To understand why your dog watches you so intensely, you first have to understand what your face means to him. Humans rely heavily on facial expressions to communicate emotion, and dogs have become exceptionally good at reading them. Your dog can learn the difference between your relaxed face, your worried face, your excited face, and even the expression you make right before you leave the house. He watches your eyes, your mouth, the direction of your head, and even tiny changes in your body language. But your dog isn't just collecting information. He is constantly asking one biological question. What is my human feeling right now? And the answer can determine what he does next. Researchers studying dog cognition have found that dogs are unusually attentive to human faces and gaze. Unlike many animals, dogs often follow the direction of a human's eyes, using that information to understand where attention is being directed. That means when your dog stares at you, he may not simply be looking at your face. He may be monitoring the most important source of information in his environment, you. Your eyes tell him whether something is safe, whether something exciting is about to happen, and whether you are emotionally available to him. In a very real sense, your face has become part of your dog's survival system, but then something even stranger happens when you stare back. Your dog looks at you. You look back, and suddenly, the interaction becomes more than observation. Research from Azabu University in Japan, published in Science, helped reveal one of the most remarkable pieces of this relationship. Mutual gaze between dogs and their owners can activate an oxytocin-based bonding loop. Oxytocin is often associated with social bonding, attachment, trust, and parental care. In humans, it rises during meaningful social interactions, including interactions between parents and infants. And dogs appear to have developed their own version of this biological conversation with us. Your dog looks into your eyes. You respond by looking back. That social interaction can increase oxytocin activity in both of you, encouraging even more attention and connection. It creates a feedback loop. Your dog looks at you, you respond, the bond becomes stronger, and your dog becomes even more motivated to stay connected to you. Think about how strange that is. A human and a dog, two completely different species, can use something as simple as eye contact to reinforce emotional attachment. And this may help explain why your dog can stare at you for what feels like an absurdly long time without getting bored. But your dog's stare can mean very different things depending on the rest of his body. If his body is loose, his ears are relaxed, his mouth is soft, and his eyes look gentle, the stare is usually very different from the stare of a tense or frightened dog. A relaxed dog watching you may be seeking connection, information, reassurance, or simply enjoying your presence. But if his body is stiff, his mouth is tightly closed, his ears are pinned or sharply forward, and his gaze feels hard rather than soft, that is a completely different message. The eyes alone never tell the whole story. Your dog's body is speaking at the same time, and sometimes the reason is beautifully simple. Your dog has learned that looking at you works. Imagine your dog sitting near the kitchen while you prepare dinner. He looks at you. You look back. You laugh. Maybe you say his name. Maybe you give him a tiny piece of food. From your perspective, that was nothing. From your dog's perspective, his brain just received a reward. The next time he wants something, he tries the behavior again. He stares, you respond. The connection becomes reinforced. Eventually, that look can become your dog's personal communication system. This is why experienced dog owners often know exactly what their dog wants without hearing a single bark. One look can mean, "Can we go outside?" Another can mean, "You're leaving, aren't you?" Another can mean, "I know you have food." And another can mean something much quieter. "Are you okay?" Your dog has spent years studying you, and you may not even realize how much information he has collected. There is another reason your dog may stare at you that has nothing to do with food or commands. You are his emotional reference point. Dogs are highly social animals, and domestication changed the way they interact with humans. Over thousands of years, dogs that were better at paying attention to people, interpreting human behavior, and cooperating with us had enormous advantages. Modern dogs are therefore unusually skilled at reading human social signals. Your dog doesn't need to understand human language the way you do to understand that something has changed.